For Mark Consuelos, the possibilities for a last meal are as endless as the varieties of pasta he loves, or, as his wife Kelly Ripa would tell you, constantly changing. The dynamic duo, who co-host Live with Kelly and Mark, recently delved into their shared love of pasta during a previously recorded episode. On that Friday's show, they discussed how pasta is scientifically linked to increasing happiness, a fact that both of them wholeheartedly agreed with. Kelly Ripa was quick to point out that some of their most cherished meals together have involved pasta, reflecting the comfort and joy it brings to their lives. For Mark, pasta isn't just a meal, it's a deeply satisfying experience, one that he envisions as the ideal choice for his last meal. However, as Ripa was quick to interject, Mark's idea of the perfect last meal isn't set in stone, it's something that seems to change almost as often as they discuss it.
Our kids always ask us this, Ripa explained during the segment.
They're like, "What's your death row meal?"
And I always wonder, why are we even talking about being on death row?
It's such a strange question, but they're fascinated by it. Despite the morbid undertone, Mark took a moment to thoughtfully describe what his perfect last meal would entail. "Rigatoni," he began, clearly savoring the idea.
"Al dente.
Almost undercooked, but just on the verge of not undercooked." Ripa, ever the supportive but playful partner, chimed in to clarify, dubbing his preference Italian al dente, that perfect point where the pasta retains just enough bite without being too firm.
Mark continued, getting into the specifics, the large-gauge rigatoni. Not the little baby ones. I like the large gauge, right? And then when you take it out of the water and strain it, I want a little bit of butter in there. Just mix it with butter, let the butter melt all over it. He wasn't done yet.
Mark went on to describe how he would finish his dream dish. "Then you put it back in there, and you put some rigatoni bolognese on top of that rigatoni, and then you shave some Parmesan cheese over it.
And then I am happy," he declared, a satisfied grin spreading across his face. "And then when some of the bolognese meat gets inside the noodle, love that. That's my death row meal."
The studio audience erupted into applause at Mark's vivid and passionate description, but Kelly wasn't quite done teasing him. She quickly chimed in, her humor on full display, to reveal the secret behind this cherished recipe. "So are you assuming that your mother is the chef at Alcatraz?" she quipped, prompting laughter from the audience. Mark, playing along, affirmed, "That's correct," with a smile.
Kelly added with a touch of sarcasm, "I mean, wherever there's a death row prison, your mom is in there making you pasta?"
Joking aside, Mark was quick to acknowledge the deeper connection to his favorite dish, emphasizing that pasta makes me happy.
Kelly agreed but insisted that it wasn't just any pasta, it had to be the rigatoni made by his mother.
"Yeah, but I know it's your mother's rigatoni," she said knowingly. "The way she makes it," she added with a fond chuckle, "and the way she grates the cheese very fine." Despite Mark's detailed description of his ideal rigatoni, Kelly had her own preferences when it came to pasta. She admitted to the audience that her heart belonged to a different kind of pasta altogether. "Give me a spaghetti, give me a fettuccine," she shared, expressing her love for long pasta noodles, which for her, held their own special kind of magic. Their playful banter and shared love of food not only highlighted their strong connection as a couple but also gave viewers a glimpse into the little things that bring them joy in their daily lives.
It's clear that whether it's rigatoni bolognese or a plate of fettuccine, the possibilities for happiness in the Consuelos Ripa household are indeed endless.